Hi everybody, welcome to another update on the Stock Screener. Today we continue our due diligence on Pieridae Energy and dive into the history of the natural gas market, in particular Henry Hub vs ICO. So what is our main concern with Pieridae Energy? Everyone thinks that natural gas is going to crash back to $3 ICO, and that's why Pieridae Energy will go bankrupt and will go down. Now, let's look at the fundamentals of the natural gas market. And if we can understand it, then we know where natural gas is going to go to. So on this chart, you can see the US demand and supply of natural gas. Okay, so the blue line is consumption, and you can see that consumption is pretty normal. So during the winter time, it goes up and then goes down and goes up again. So there's no problem on the demand side. Natural gas demand is still rising at a very consistent pace. So I don't see any problems on the demand side. Now on the supply side, you can see that supply has gone up from 100 billion cubic feet per day, and it went up about 2-3% over the year. So this is the concern. Is supply going to keep on rising or not? So let's take a look at the supply of natural gas. So the chart that we need to look at is the gross withdrawals. And you can find this on the EIA website. And you can see that the trend is up on natural gas production. So it is a concern. And when you look at the natural gas price, it is, I put it on this scale because the timelines are the same. Okay, so natural gas production was always very flat until 2007. And there we started to increase. And that's also where natural gas started to crash from 7 to 2. And you can see as production rises, the natural gas price goes down. Here even you see that the slope even went higher in 2017 to 2020, and then the natural gas price plunged from $3 to $2. That's very bad. It went down 30%, and then it rose again in 2021, and that's because here the production stopped increasing. So it went down and now it's flat. So the question is, will this production keep on rising at this pace or not? Or will it slow down to this pace, but still keep on rising? That is the $100 million question. If this keeps on rising like this, then of course natural gas will go down, and then our investment is not going to do well. But if this starts to flatten out, like it did in 2021, and even come down, that would be very bullish for natural gas. So we need to understand this trend. So I went and looked at the EIA data, and gross withdrawals are coming from 4 sources: gas wells, oil wells, shale wells, and coal bed wells. So the first one, from gas wells, this is going down. I don't see this rising again. It looks like a dead trend, and gas is not going to increase anymore from the conventional gas wells. The oil wells, it's flat and even going down, so it's not coming from here either. Coal bed wells, it went up to here and then it started to decline. I don't see this trend rising either. So everything is going down here except for shale gas. So shale gas is the main culprit for the increase in US natural gas production. So we need to understand if shale gas is going to go bust or is it going to keep on booming? So currently we are at around 2.7 trillion cubic feet per month. In total, it will add about 30 trillion per year for US production. So most of the production here, the 3.7, is coming from shale gas, 2.7. Okay. So we need to understand what's going to happen with shale gas production. Is this going to keep on rising? And we have an answer, a very visual answer to that. So this is shale oil production, which is this line here. And you can see the decline rates are steepening and it's not ending. So I expect that it is very difficult to bring new shale wells online. It needs a lot of capex, maintenance capex, drilling capex, and this will not be sustainable in the future. So all the wells, all the good wells are already drilled out and the decline rates are steepening. If you stop drilling, then this production will come down. Okay? It's as simple as that. So prices need to go up in order to increase production again, or else production will be coming down. And we already see that this oil production is coming down. I want to see most current data, but this looks like a topping pattern. For gas, it is still rising. And why is that? Because the gas to oil ratio is rising. And that means that the shale gas wells are at the end of their life cycle. They become gassier. And that means that the end is near for the shale gas boom. We have a shale gas bust right now. And that's also confirmed by the EIA. The production will be flat going forward instead of rising. So they keep on reducing these projections. It was very high, and then they keep on diminishing the projections. So I think we are going to see production top out right now due to these decline rates. And that has consequences for the price of natural gas, which is going to be elevated. But where is the US going to get that natural gas from? The demand is going up, but the supply is not going up anymore. It's flat. So they need to start importing it from Canada. And Canada is still increasing their production rapidly because they are very cheap. It's the best place to do business. in natural gas because it's very cost effective in Canada. So I think that the USA will start importing a lot of gas from Canada. And you can see from 2002, that's where we had this increase in US gas, right? From 2002, imports went down. But now, when we top out in the natural gas production in the US, I think the imports will start rising again. Imports will start rising, and this trend is already visible here. Imports from Canada are rising. And you can already see here some of the issues that the US sometimes has. Here we had a winter in December of 2022, and natural gas production went down. And they started importing a lot of gas from Canada. Okay, so Canada is becoming more important now for the US. They need Canadian US gas. Now, if you compare the ICO gas from Canada to the Henry Hub US gas, well, they depended on Canadian gas for a long time. So the price is always the same. Only here in 2017 to 2020, you see there's a big gap, arbitrage gap. Now, this can be explained because we had a massive boom in US gas production in that period, 2017 and 2020. And then we didn't need a lot of Canadian gas anymore. So the price diverged. Also, there were pipeline maintenances and capacity constraints. Now I think this is going to be over. Gas prices will stay elevated. The US needs Canadian gas. So you're going to see this come back to each other in the future. And we already have evidence on that. So this is from last week. ICO price was 6.8 CAD per gigajoules, while US gas was at 5 USD per MMBTU. When you put it on the same scale, it means that ICO was at 7.2 and Henry Hub at 6.8. So ICO prices were actually higher than Henry Hub prices in the USA. This is very positive. We have never seen ICO prices being higher than US Henry Hub prices. That's very abnormal. And we got that last week. So we are bullish on natural gas and also on ICO gas because of the changing fundamentals. Now, how do we play this? Of course, we buy Pieridae Energy because this is a Canadian gas producer. They also have some condensate oil and liquid natural gas and sulfur. So if we take the ICO price of 4.5, which is the consensus average, then at current oil prices, we will have a lot of upside. So this is the free cash flow, 75. You do a 5 multiple on that, and you have an upside from 200 to 400. That's a double. Now we are going to be very bullish on natural gas now. So I think if this flattens out, we could see US natural gas stay at $5 to $4. That's about 6 to 7 ICO prices, right? If you convert it to Canadian dollars. That's a very good price for Pieridae. Let's say it's at 5, it stays at 5. Then you are here, and the upside is about a triple currently if natural gas prices stay at 5. Now, Pieridae Energy also has oil production. So I also did a sensitivity analysis at uh, at the stable constant 4.5 ICO price. And here you can see the uh, WTI oil price that changes. And you can see also that currently we are at 80 oil. We have a double. But every $10 increase in the oil price will give you an extra 100 million market cap. So if we are at 200 million right now in market cap, that's the yellow line, and oil goes up by 10%, then our market cap should go up by 100 million, and that's 50%. So a 10% increase in oil will give you a 50% increase in the market cap from 200 to 300 because of this incremental value that is added. Let's say we go to 100. This is the estimate of Eric Nuttall for next year. Oil going back to 100. Then we already have a triple in upside for Pieridae Energy from 200 to 600 at 4.5 ICO. But of course, if ICO goes up, then yeah, it will add another 200 million to that from 4.5 to 5. So 200 million plus another 200 million here. That's probably going to 800 million. So a 4x in the best case scenario. So this was a small update on the natural gas market history. So now you should understand why natural gas is actually going to be very positive going forward. It's a bull market that is starting because, and this is the most important chart, because shale oil is going bust. And I'll see you in the next video.